because we've actually been together for almost 4 years. And the dude was really going to see both of us at the same time, which was crazy. And she said, well, I'm not leaving him, so you can go ahead on. Hey pumpkins, it's Kenise Lumpkin. If you're to my channel, hi, welcome here. If you're a returning pumpkin, hey, how you doing? And today, guys, as y'all can tell by the mother freaking title, today is the story time about how I found out I was the side piece. Before I start the story time, I just want to say thank you guys so much for 1 freaking K. 1 freaking K. I hit 1K. I literally was at 800, and then the next day I was at 1K. So thank y'all so much. As y'all asked in the comments for me to do more story time, another mother freaking juicy story time for y'all. Disclaimer, y'all know I gotta say this every story time. Just because I'm doing story time, please do not think that you're living rent free in my head, because you're not. So make sure y'all grab y'all popcorn, your mother freaking juice, your mother freaking cinnamon buns, your mother freaking snacks, and let's get straight into the story time. So I went to high school with this boy. We're gonna name the boy Chlamydia, because his name started with a C, so we're gonna name him Chlamydia, because he just spreads around like it. We're gonna name him Chlamydia, and then we're gonna just name the girl because I don't have a name for her. So one day, me and my friends, we ended up going to the movie theaters or whatever, and this wasn't like I forgot what we went to go see, but I just know we went to the movies. I had seen him there, and I was like, I didn't know you worked at the movie theater. And he was like, yeah, I do. We don't never talk like that. And he was like, you know, also trying to be smooth. So I'm like, let me get your number. And I was like, why'd you need my number for it? Man, y'all, this was senior year. So this was senior year of high school, all of this happening. So I'm like, what you need my number for? And he's like, I'm just saying we don't talk, like we should talk. So after I left the movies, I had seen him again. I was like, bye, da da da. And then he had texted me later that night. He was like, you look so pretty when I seen you today. And I was like, thank you. And he was like, let me get to know you. And I hate that, let me get to know you, because what you need to know about me? It's nothing to know about me. Like, but anyway, it's like, let me get to know you. And so at first, y'all, I was really hesitant, because I'm just like, I wasn't really looking for that during the time. So I really wasn't, that wasn't something that I was like planning on happening. So he's like, let me get to know you. And I'm just like, no, no. I text him back, I'm like, I'll think about it and stuff like that. So as the time went on, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I did start talking to him. We started talking and everything was going good. Like for the week we was talking, everything was going good. We already known each other, but we really wasn't talking on the level that we were talking now. He was like, let me take you out on a date. And at this point, he had took me to Applebee's. And y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I was 17, he was 17. Baby, look, we ain't have no money to go to Gucci or Chanel, baby. So Applebee's, I was cool with that. You know, you still showing appreciation by taking me out on a date, because some boys don't even do that. So yeah, and he had brought me some flowers, y'all, and I was so surprised, because this was my first time somebody had did something like that, because at this time I was really able to talk to boys, and my parents never played that, and he just doing that, and I'd have to ask him to do that. It made me like him. So as the time goes on, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, a month goes past. We're going on dates. We're just hanging out. He bringing me flowers. I'm hungry. He bringing me food. Like, y'all, like he like low-key had me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. One day he's like, oh, like I want to go out somewhere. Are you busy? And I was like, no. So he's like, just get dressed. Yeah, I went to the Cheesecake Factory, and I'm like, what's going on here? And he had asked me to be his girlfriend, y'all, and I'm not gonna lie, I said yes, because like he was doing everything right, like the flowers, the dates. You didn't even have to ask, and he didn't bring up sexual stuff. You know how boys be quick to bring up sexual stuff. He didn't do none of that. And he was my boyfriend, and he was like, I was just like, so like, I thought he was gonna be the one for me, because I was just tired of boys that wasn't shit. So yeah, so everything was going good. We was on the phone all day, texting all night. Like, y'all, it was like not a time where we wasn't talking, but it was just too good to be true.
Find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
So one day, I'm not gonna lie, I think it was like 3 weeks into the relationship when we were officially dating, and we had went to the mall. And I don't know what's going on with like dudes, but they leave their phones right there, and I do what I do best, be nosy. He had left his phone with me. He had went to the bathroom, and his phone started ringing. And as the phone started ringing, Pizza Hut was calling. Are they hiring you? Did you forget to pay for the pizza? Are you like, is it delivery? Like, what's going on? And so at this point, y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I'm the type of person where if I see something, I'm going to say something. I cannot just sit there and peep something weird is going on and like, oh, no. So as he came out the bathroom, he's trying to hold my hand and stuff, and I'm just like, no, like, no, like, no. Like, I'm just moving away. He's like, what's wrong? Why are you acting like that? And I'm like, who's Pizza Hut? And he's like, oh, a job interview with them.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
So Pizza Hut is saved in your phone under Pizza Hut because you have a job interview. Y'all made him take me home and I didn't talk to him for the rest of the day. So I didn't talk to him for the rest of the day. He was blowing on my phone like, oh, what's wrong? And I'm just like, no, like, you're not gonna lie, you're gonna lie in my face. 3 days later, I didn't hear from him. He didn't hear from me. He calls my phone. Bro, it was nobody. Like, you're overthinking, bro. I went to a job interview with them. Gee, like, stop the cap. Stop the cap. I think it was around 9 o'clock. I get a DM on Instagram. I get the hey girl. Hey girl. Hey girl. Hey girl. Yeah, I get the hey girl. So, like, the message is like, hey girl, I know this is random, but I really need to ask you something. I'm like, hi, what's up? She like, are you talking to Chlamydia? I say, yeah, why? Cause y'all, I'm not gonna lie, I was like thrown off. She's like, okay, I'm not trying to come at you or start any drama. I just want to know because we've actually been together for almost 4 years.
He went to like, oh, DD, oh, what it is, oh, DD.
What? I said, wait, huh? Y'all, my heart dropped to my ass. Like, y'all got it, like, yeah. She said, yeah, she said, yeah, we've been together since 20 blank. I found your page and wanted to reach out before assuming anything. I said, I'm actually shocked right now. He told me he was single because keep in mind, y'all, when I seen him at the movies, he told me he was single. That's why we got together. So, yeah, she's like, that's what I figured. I honestly I didn't think you knew. Because I'm not going to lie, y'all, in this situation, I wasn't going to argue because I feel like we're arguing. We could be mature and talk about this because clearly he played in your face and he played in my face. So we both look dumb. Well, I wouldn't say both look dumb because we did not know, but he both making us look dumb. So there's no reason to like, oh, all that rah-rah, we not doing it. We just gonna talk and you know, like that's weird. So I text her back because I'm not on that. I don't want to argue. You didn't know, I didn't know. So yeah, I'm like, I swear I didn't. We've been going on dates. He buys me flowers, calls me every day. I would never talk to him if I knew a girlfriend, and that's just that simple. I'm not talking to no man I know a girlfriend. Why would I like apply and fill out job applications to be a side piece? I'm not gonna do it. She said, I believe you. That's why I wanted to message you instead of arguing with you. I think he was lying to us both. I end up giving her my number. We was on the phone all night long. I was telling her this, that, and the third. And y'all, the days that he wasn't with me, he was over there with her. He was with her the day before he asked me to be his girlfriend. The day of the mall, he was with the girl. He was with her. He was with her. The day of the mall when Pizza Hut called, she was Pizza Hut. She was employing him. And we were just connecting dots on the phone. And she's like, bro, they were a little more deeper than we was. So I kind of felt like she was really sad. Like she was crying. I was like, girl, like it's okay. Like I was sad too, but like at the same time, I didn't do anything intimate with him and we never got that deep. Like, yes, I liked him, but I really want to just like, let's both just like set him up and like let him pop up at the mall and tell him meet up and we both die in his face. Cause that's what type of person I do. So she was like, yeah, girl, like we should do that, So he gets to calling me, I didn't answer. I text him at 10:57 that night. I'm like, so you just gonna lie to me? He said, what are you talking about? I said, don't play dumb. I found out you have a girlfriend. Y'all been together for 4 years. He said, who told you? I said, she did. And don't even try to flip it on her. She showed me y'all pics, y'all post everything. Like everything y'all, she showed me. I was showing him like, showing her the dates we went on. And she was showing me like, so we was connecting the dates like, and the dude was really going to see both of us at the same time, which was crazy. So he like, bro, we're not even together like that no more. We basically broken up.
Omar,
What?
let me tell you something.
I'm gonna say one. You want me to do something?
Go home and get the gun.
I said, so you was still in a whole relationship while taking me on dates, buying me stuff, calling me every day. He said, it's not that serious. We was on break, basically. You took me for a joke. That's crazy. He said, I didn't mean for it to be like that. I said, you did because you knew what you was doing. Don't text me again. What do you mean you don't mean for something to be like that? But you only don't mean it for something to be like that because you literally just got caught up. You never would have got caught up, babe. You would have probably been living your double life. That man called me 124 times that night, y'all. 11:43, he was just blowing up my phone. I'm not responding to him. I'm not answering because we don't have nothing to talk about. I'm sorry. You played. Didn't text him back, none of that. Over the days, y'all, he started texting me, blowing up my phone. Can we please talk? I miss you. I'm sorry for how I've been acting, baby. I'm really sorry. I missed you. I messed up and I hate that I hurt you. I just want another chance to prove to you I could do better. I'm sorry for real. This time I've been thinking about you all day. I know you probably don't want to talk to me, but I'm just being real. And he after this, he texted me, good morning, beautiful. Good morning, beautiful. Did you, nah, y'all, I'm not even responding to him. Good morning, beautiful. Ain't nothing good about you been in this morning? So why are you texting me? Like, I'm not even responding to you. Why are you texting me? Like, and y'all, I was sad. I was deleting all our stuff on my phone. And then I was like, let me go look at his Instagram. I look on his Instagram. He posts this.
Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
And it's like mine with the girl. You literally had 2 girlfriends at once, babe. You was living the dream. So and now you're like, I don't know. I just watched the story. I didn't say anything. I just watched it. I didn't block him or nothing. Didn't text him, did nothing. All I know, y'all, that same night, I get a text from a number. I don't even know the number. And it's the girl. She's like, so you just gonna keep texting him knowing we together? She said, that's where ASF. I told you I know he lies. So what? We all make mistakes. Manage your business for real. You don't know us like that. She like, you a whole joke. Go find you somebody else to worry about. I said, I'm not texting him. He reached out to me. Big difference. Mind y'all, he was texting me, babes. I wasn't texting him. He was like talking to a brick wall. Like, what? She said, girl, please don't play dumb. You clearly want him or you wouldn't still be entertaining it. You miserable or something. Leave us alone for real. Get a life. I said, not miserable at all. Just not blind. You can love somebody and still refuse to look stupid. I'm glad you want to work it out, but I really am. I said, I'm glad you want to work it out. I really am, but that's your choice, not mine. She said, B, I said what I said. Keep speaking our relationship and see what happens. You don't want that smoke. I said, that ain't cute. I wish you nothing but the best. And she said, well, I'm not leaving him, so you can go ahead on. You're going so hard for chlamydia when he just sat there and played in both of our faces. You were with him for 4 years and he cheated on you. And you're going so hard in my DMs. Man, y'all, this is the same girl who sat on the phone with me and cried and was like, oh, like, you know, I'm sorry you went through that. And it was like, now I'm in y'all business. Now I gotta mind my business. Now I'm speaking on, if I speak on y'all relationship, I want the smoke. Now I'm a whole joke. Like, what? Now I'm miserable. How can I be miserable about a dude that literally just played in both our faces? Oh, I tried my hardest. Like, I didn't want to argue with her because at the same time, I know how dudes get. Even when I have a better mindset now that I'm 20, but like, even back then, I knew how dudes get. So it was just like, for me, it was like, I knew better to like let a dude make me want to argue with a girl or make me have any negative feelings toward a girl because a dude is going to do what they want to do, what they want to do at the end of the day. So for her to like switch up on me like that and like, oh, I'm not leaving him. And it's like, babes, you don't got to leave him, but I am. Because he played in your face and he played in mine. So it's just like, what are we talking about here? Like, I'm gonna let you look dumb. And that's why I said, like, you could love him. Like, obviously you have to get over it, but to like still look stupid is crazy. Fuck you in him. Like, what are we talking about? He's been gone and I haven't talked to him. And I don't know what happened. I don't know if they're still together. I don't care. But at the same time, I just feel like that was like crazy, y'all. Imagine thinking that you're like with somebody and you find out that person was dating somebody for 4 years. Even though our relationship duration was not that long, it was like, I'm just glad before I got like, you know, got intimate or anything like that, that came out to light. Because like if that came out to light, because I would have like been so stupid and I probably would have been in a 4-year relationship and then she probably would have been in an 8-year relationship and then she probably would have been in a 2-year relationship. So yeah, I'm glad that I was like, no, I got away from that. So with that being said, that is the end of the story time. I hope you guys like my story time. I know y'all do because y'all said y'all do. And if y'all have any other story times y'all want me to do, let me know because your girl can like literally write a book about this shit. So with that being said, please make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see my pumpkin patch in the next video. Mwah!